Yeah, thank you, Mandisa. It is a good morning, even if we don't have much of an internet, although now it's on. It is the 31st, the last day of March 2014. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. It's Monday, so you know what? It's a good day, but take away 1 point, because on Friday you'll be glad you have an extra point.
Yeah.
It's crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. It's crazy, Rob. It's crazy. All right, we do have a good show planned, so even if there is no internet, although there is now, and sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, and so I'm not so sure what we've got. But I think we've got everything ready, just in case things crash again. This morning, we will start off in just a little while after the news at the bottom of the hour. What did I plan for this? Oh yeah, some fun April Fool's jokes, because tomorrow is April Fool's Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the idea. Yeah. Now I do have some important stuff, some real news to it, but we'll do that first. That's actually first. But at 7:35, we will be talking about some. Now, last year and years past, we've done this on April Fool's Day. And it has been brought to my attention, like every year, that if you do it on April Fool's Day and you give ideas on what you could do to prank somebody, these are harmless pranks, by the way.
Yeah.
Then you're too late. You're telling us April Fool's Day morning. You got to tell us the day before.
Oh, that's right.
So I do have some ideas. Some of them are funny, and some of them are, and all of them are harmless. I guess you could say that, and hopefully. Hopefully, you won't overdo some of these. I think one of them could be harmful, but I'll explain that.
Uh-oh.
Only if you overdo it. Only if you overdo it. So we'll talk about April Fool's Day jokes that you can pull tomorrow on April Fool's Day, just in case you forgot it was April Fool's Day.
Oh, okay.
News Bites today at 8:35. We'll take the news from around the world, around the nation, around the state, and around town, and we will abbreviate it, make it shorter so that you can hear as many news items as we can possibly squeeze into that segment.
Wow.
I believe we have a new format today.
Yep.
I'm not so sure how this works. I think at the bottom of the hour and the top of the hour, we have to be like dead on.
Okay.
Because Dan is grooming us for being syndicated.
That's so awesome.
So we have to behave. Time-wise, we have to get off the air. I think exactly at 7:30, and then exactly at 8 o'clock, and then all morning long like that. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how it works. He told me there was some music.
Oh, okay.
That would play.
Oh, all right.
I don't see it on the computer, but we'll find out. We're going to learn this together. So we've and we're obviously a Fox affiliate now.
Cool.
So Fox News is what you'll hear at the top of the hour. Angela Liddon is going to be our first guest at 9:05. She is a self-trained chef, a food photographer, a recipe developer. Sounds like she's a foodie. And her book is called The Oh She Glows Cookbook, over 100 vegan recipes to glow from the inside out.
Yeah.
It is Vegan Day, by the way.
Today is Vegan Day?
Well, on our show it is.
Oh, that's right.
Fred Mullen is coming into the studio. Fred has been associated with WOCA forever, although not in many years, because he's gone on to do other great things. He's also a great actor.
Yep.
And he's directing something called Spreading It Around over at the Ocala Civic Theater, correct?
Yep.
It's a theatrical comedy production, and Fred will be here to talk to us about it, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, and he also worked with hospice.
He's been very, very active with hospice. Yes,
Fred is a Marion County icon.
An icon.
He is an icon.
We'll get that label one day, Robin. Not so sure anybody will remember us.
No.
I always look at it this way: the day we leave, everybody says, "Oh man, we're going to miss you."
Yeah.
The day after we leave, who?
Exactly.
Robin
That's
and
how
who?
It works. Larry and what?
Auto repair with personal care. Matt Gibbs will be on the air in the studio. Usually, he's the owner of Sunrise Automotive, and he'll be answering your car questions. Right now, cars do depend on computers.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be disappointing if they depended on the internet?
Oh, that
I mean,
would
computers
be
are
awful.
fickle enough. The internet is even worse, especially if you had to deal with what I just went through the past hour.
Yeah.
Which was basically nothing.
Right.
Just trying to reload.
That's why smart cars are not a good idea.
Yeah.
Some internet
maybe.
signal from somewhere controlling them.
I have an idea about smart cars, by the way, that I think would be a better idea. It's probably not the only one who thought of it, by the
Like
way.
Ford.
Ann Scott Tyson is coming on at 10:35. She's a war correspondent with a decade of combat experience, beginning with the invasion of Iraq. She's a contributor to the Christian Science Monitor. She writes for the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post. She herself is a Pulitzer Prize nominee. And she speaks English in addition to Mandarin, Chinese, and French.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I'm glad she speaks English, coming on our show.
Oh, yeah.
Her book is called American Spartan, The Promise, the Mission, and the Betrayal of Special Forces Major Jim Gant. Can't wait to hear about that story. Anne is Jim Gant's wife, by the way, just in case you wanted to know.
Yeah.
Now it becomes a lot more interesting now that you know that she's his wife, right?
Yep.
Stuart Tome at 11:05. Stuart is a certified natural health professional, educator, and former advisor to the World Health Organization, which is known as its name as WHO, WHO. Who?
Exactly.
Who?
Who?
Who told you to eat that? Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Who did?
Wow.
Eating your way to happiness through good nutrition. And then Attila Hildman. Attila Hildman.
That's his name.
Oh, that's a man?
Yep.
Attila?
Yep.
He's a German celebrity.
Yep.
Really?
That's him.
We should go to a foreign country one time and say we were an American celebrity. How would they know any better? We're American celebrities.
That's right.
I used to drive a celebrity. Anyway, his book is called Vegan for Fit. So there's the Vegan Day reference I mentioned earlier. We've got two authors talking about food that have no meat in it.
Yeah.
That has no meat in it. He's going to tell you how to eat vegetarian and cholesterol-free for a healthy new body.
Yep.
And I know vegetarian and vegan are two different things. So I guess it's vegan and cholesterol-free. I don't know. Fun with Joe today because the computer was down. I have kind of a leftover plan today, Robin. I will ask you and Joe some leftover questions.
Oh, okay.
And then on
question trivia. I
the
like
second with Galen. Now, there's a few sports-related things that we might talk about with Galen because he knows sports things. I want to hear about his vacation, so that's kind of a fun thing.
Yep.
March Madness, a big story right now. I think there's 4 teams left. Is that right?
I don't know.
So we'll ask Galen to help us out with that. And today the first day of baseball? Or I'm confused.
You said it was the opening day.
Well, that's what I heard, so I don't know much
okay.
about it. So we'll ask Galen about those things. And if all else fails, I do have some things because tomorrow is April Fool's Day. Now, these aren't April Fool's pranks. These are April Fool's traditions. Did you know about these things? What I'm talking about is endurance contests. A lot of businesses who are trying to, promote something with a publicity stunt will promote an endurance contest on April Fool's Day, and will kick off on April Fool's Day. Now, an endurance contest would be, for example, there's a car that you can own if you're the last one touching it. You've heard of these contests, right? Where people put their hand on the car, and pretty much if you take your hand off, you're out of the game. You got to keep your hand on the car, and whoever's the last person with the hand on the car gets the car.
Yeah, there was a car dealership here in town that did it for prom, and the students got to put their hands on it, and the last one got the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for prom night.
See that? So some strange endurance contests that I found that often will begin on April Fool's Day. I guess that just makes sense. So I don't know. There's so many things to talk about this morning, and then of course there's the news.
Cannot forget news.
There is
we
the
live
news.
and breathe news.
All right. Now, this morning you did not hear the news that you normally hear from me because the computer was not working. The internet wasn't working. I prepared my news at home, emailed it to myself, and then couldn't use it because I got here and I couldn't get it. And then it worked for a little while. So now apparently it's working. Looks like it is anyway.
Excellent.
But I'll just give you the thumbnail sketch of what is in the news, the local news anyway.
Okay.
What did I do with my thumbnail sketch? Here it is. Governor Rick Scott has an ad campaign linking former Governor Charlie Crist to Obamacare because in an interview in the past, Charlie Crist called Obamacare great. He was asked, what do you think about Obamacare? And he said, I think it's great. So they took that little clip of his interview, used it in the Rick Scott advertisement, and in Rick Scott's ad, they quote a St. Augustine newspaper, I can't remember the name of the paper over there, as saying that 300,000 people in the state of Florida lost their health insurance because of Obamacare. Well, the Miami Herald stepped up and said, wait a minute, is that true? And they say that it's not true, that what happened to those people is they had Florida Blue. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
This is the problem when the internet doesn't work. But anyway, those people had their health care terms changed because of Obamacare.
That's right.
So while
That's why
they
they
didn't
lost
lose their health care, they had the health care change. Anyway, so
it's a mess.
what's the real story here? The real story is that Charlie Crist and Rick Scott, Rodan versus Godzilla or something like that.
I love that.
And they're fighting each other. All right, now I think Dan told me that I'm supposed to be off the air at exactly 7:30, and I think he said there would be some music that would play.
Okay.
So maybe
Counting down.
Maybe I didn't do something right.
Hi,
No, no, that's not it. That's not
We
it.
got 8 seconds
All right,
to hear the music.
so we'll do whatever we're supposed to do, and then we'll be back after whatever's going to happen right now. It's all new for us.
Fox News Radio. I'm Steve Rappaport. 21 people confirmed dead from the mudslide in Washington State.
Of those, 15 have been officially identified, and 6 fatalities are awaiting official identification. 4 additional victims were discovered in the debris field, but they have not been identified.
Jason Bierman with Snohomish.